This topic is doing rounds in the airsoft space, so here's the 2 cents that literally nobody asked for. Number one thing to note, companies want to sell, creators want clicks. There's a ton of people out there that get a new airsoft gun, shoot it twice, and then go online to Facebook groups, forums, whatever, make reviews. You have to look at somebody's track record before you start taking advice from them to make sure that they're not susceptible to bias, whether that's for or against whoever they are promoting for, and that they know their stuff around airsoft guns especially, because believe it or not, it is incredibly easy to use guns wrong, but it is also incredibly easy to fake a gun's bad performance. The one thing that should be the big red flag that makes you want to click away from a video and stop watching it completely is the complete lack of negatives regarding that airsoft gun. There is no perfect airsoft gun out there. QC issues exist all across the board. I don't care what company you are. It's the plague of airsoft that is just never ever ever going away. I've bought and sold plenty of guns before that were a terrible disappointment, like my GBBR Scar L. It's the reason I never did a gameplay with it. My old SSP1 also turned out to be a complete disappointment as well, but I kept hold of it because I did nice laser engravings to it. Both of these purchases resulted from taking advice from YouTube, which turned out to be absolutely horrible advice. With that said, if you spot a review with 100% bashing and no positives to say whatsoever, you need to ask yourself the following things to establish the grounds of whether there is bias here or not. Does this person prefer a competing brand? Is this person a competitor himself? Do they have reason to go harm sales of a specific company by purposely showing fake results? Like I mentioned earlier in the video, it is super easy to go and fake bad results of an airsoft gun. I can purposely make any GBB gun look terrible by using the wrong gas and saying that it's actually the right gas. I can make any sniper rifle look bad by using way too much hop up or even using light BBs and then saying that they're 4.8s. You get the idea. However, there is always the possibility that a shit gun is just a shit gun, and normally when it is a shit gun, you notice it pretty early. It becomes very clear very quickly that something is horribly wrong with it. This is normally the case with guns that are 80 euros max, around that price range. And if you get anything around that price range, chances are you have to do a complete rekitting of the parts in that gun until it becomes reliable on the field. I'm not going into upgrades and guns in this video. Do your own research, figure it out. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not your dad. Now that we know what to look out for with influencer reviews, why do we not see more of their videos marked as paid product placements? Can we even trust these influencers and their reviews if they can't even mark their videos as paid product placements correctly? Bottom line here is this. There is no smoke without fire. It is no wonder that this topic finally blew up after all this time. Getting unbiased reviews has been a frustration I have seen in the airsoft community for many, many years that I have been involved in airsoft. And ultimately, it's down to you to choose who you want to trust when it comes to watching reviews of an airsoft gun or product or whatever it is you're researching to buy. If you want a genuine review of any airsoft product, find a super angry paying customer or a super excited paying customer. These people have already handed over their hard-earned money for the product in question, so there is very little reason to have bias towards either side of the argument, nor is there probably any ulterior motive for them doing a positive or a negative review, so food for thought. That's all the effort I'm willing to put into this video. I don't think you should now go and never take an influencer's word ever again. They bring a lot of knowledge to the table. They're a little bit more willing to stress test and abuse the product than a paying customer, considering they never bought it. But again, check their work, take note of all the times they address the positives and the negatives of a certain airsoft product before you take advice from them, and that's the end.